Now's the time we have Srimati Geeta Canpadee, student from the first outgoing batch of SVEMS, is a published writer who has written 4 novels and several short stories in various magazines. Her latest books, Colors Red, Green, and Everything in Between, is about her experiences living across India, China, and Malaysia, where she is presently residing. And she has come all the way from Malaysia to be a part of this Suvarna Milana. We invite her to come on the stage and speak few words. But let me also tell you, before I hand over the mic, she comes from the first batch. And guess what, friends? Today, what a noble cause. She has carried around 50 of her books, which are kept there, and she has kept it for sale. All the proceeds of that sale goes to the welfare of the alumni of SVEMS. Thank you so much for a noble initiative. I hand over, the mic is yours, ma'am.
Pranam to all the teachers here, and greetings and a huge hug to the alumni. 50 years ago, when I stepped into Swami Vivekananda English Medium School, I was a little girl of 5, a bit shy, a bit nervous, a bit scared, and a bit excited. I knew just one language, Tulu, my mother tongue, which I could converse with just my sister and my cousin. And there were a group of kids who were speaking Marwadi, another group speaking Gujarati, another group speaking the Patega language, some speaking Urdu, some Tamil, Telugu, Hindi, and a large chunk of students speaking Kannada, various slangs of Kannada. So it was a cacophony, and nobody could converse with each other. So then in entered an 18-year-old headmistress, our dear Mary was, who had migrated miles away from her hometown to set base in a very unknown town called Koppal. And she entered, and along with the Nirmal teacher and Kusum teacher, they set the first rule for the school, that all students had to speak in English. Since it was an English medium school, we were all told to speak in English. So it was like a bombshell dropping from the sky. So we didn't know ABCD of English, and I remember the first 6 to 8 months, we were like, scattered all around the school, and we would go back to, and there was a punishment as well. If you speak any other language, there was a punishment for the students. So we were scattered all around the school, and we'd go to little corners and kicha picha, we'll start talking in our own languages. But eventually, 6 months later, 8 months later, we all learned the language. And then later followed Kannada. We started speaking Hale Kannada and colloquial Kannada as well, followed by Hindi. So by the time we graduated from 10th grade, most of us were proficient in 4 languages. SVM school was not just the first English medium school in Koppal, it was the first co-educational school as well. Those days, co-education was a rarity even in cities. It used to be either an all-boys school or an all-girls school. But a co-ed school in a small town like Koppal, it was like, unbelievable. But then we were fortunate to have a co-educational school in this small town. And coming from an all-girls family, I was a little awkward mingling with the opposite gender. So many would have faced it. Both boys, if you come from an all-boys family or an all-girls family, you have this gender awkwardness, which was broken in our school. So we had a seating pattern where a boy, a girl, a boy, a girl, boy, a girl, we would be made to sit in that pattern. And very soon, we started mingling, both the genders started mingling with each other, and we could communicate with each other, and it became one big joint family. The school became one big joint family. This shaped most of us later on, especially women who entered the corporate world. So we didn't have this gendered awkwardness. even when we went to cities and started working in corporates. So we were very comfortable mingling with the opposite gender. So if I say in the 1970s, there was this school in a remote part of India where girls used to play football. So it would probably the eyes would pop out and nobody would believe it. But yes, we did play football in the 1970s, especially our batch. We were always 10 plus 10. It was a perfect team, 10 boys, 10 girls. So either it would be, we play alongside boys or it was a mixed team. So now and the juniors followed as well. The next two batches followed us. So it was not just we playing, we roped in the teachers as well. We would go and we would call Mary Madam and Isabel teacher and the Swarnamala teacher. We'd ask them to come and play with us. Just imagine, probably they were one of the first or the only women in saris who would play football on this planet. So, so it was like, I wrote about this in a story called Bend It Like Was, which was inspired from the movie Bend It Like Beckham. And this was published in the Chicken Soup for the Indian Teen Soul series. So Swami Vivekananda School was not just a school, it was a sort of a revolution. I've been asked to speak for 6 minutes, so given a choice, I can go on and on for 60 minutes. So let me say, in my latest book, Colors Red, Green and Everything in Between, there is a chapter called The Hindu Connection. Hindu means moon, which reflects the mind or the intellect. The Chinese call Indians Hindu Ren. So people coming from India were supposed to be intelligent people. So I had this fascination to find the Hindu connection. So I went around China and Southeast Asia, everywhere, to see this, the connection that could lead me back to India. So in Shanghai, I came across a bust of Rabindranath Tagore. It's interesting to note that Tagore is the most translated writer in Chinese after William Shakespeare. And then in Malaysia, in Kuala Lumpur, I came across Vivekananda Ashram. Outside the ashram, there is this huge statue of Swami Vivekananda. And looking at Swami Vivekananda's statue, I had literally tears in my eyes. Because 50 years ago, my journey started in a school named after Swami Vivekananda. And 50 years later, across miles and oceans, I was standing in a foreign land right next to this man. So it seemed like my life had come one full circle. So I worn this badge of Swami Vivekananda proudly for 11 years, and I've lived by the values and principles taught by my teachers in this school. And they have shaped me, the woman I am today. So wherever I am, wherever I go, I carry this badge with pride. The values I've learned in this school with pride. So let me end with these couple of lines from my school prayer song, which I've sung for 11 years. Lead kindly light amid encircling gloom, lead thou me on. The world is dark, but I am far from home. Lead thou me on, lead thou me on. So this light has kept me alive and moving, and whatever I have learned from the school, it has made me, shaped me the woman I am today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Srimati Geeta. It was stupendous, especially when you mentioned about carrying that badge with pride wherever you go. That is what this school has created, the legacy.